So inflation's come down from 10.4% to 10.1%. Good news, yes, but no, because we were hoping it would come down a little bit more aggressively than that. We were hoping that this would be the month that inflation came in at below 10%, but it's proving a little bit more stubborn than we'd like. However, nevertheless, it has come down pretty much consistently since October, except a surprise blip last month. Since October, when it peaked at 11.1%, that was a 41-year high. Now, these figures have just dropped, so we don't know exactly what the drivers of it are. But what we do know is that energy prices have been coming down over the last few months. Wholesale gas prices are now lower than they were before the war in Ukraine began in February last year. And then, of course, there's food, which has been rising at a staggering pace, around 18% last month.
I mean, even with inflation falling by 0.1%, we could be in a situation where food has continued to rise.
We're still rising. Energy prices might be falling. Food prices are rising.
Just heard in my ear there, food up at 19.1% in terms of inflation.
Right, so that's higher than last year.
Amazing.
Yeah, higher than last year. And of course, when we talk about inflation, inflation may be coming down, but that doesn't mean prices are coming down. It just means they're rising a little bit less slowly. So it's not going to provide a huge amount of relief at the supermarket. That being said, food and energy prices can be pretty volatile. So when policymakers are thinking about whether they can cut interest rates, they'll be looking at core inflation. This strips out things like food and energy, and they'll want to see that's cooling, because it's only when that starts to cool that they can be confident that there's not domestically generated inflation in the economy. And we had figures out yesterday showing that wages are still rising pretty robustly in the UK. And when wages rise, that can force businesses to put their prices up even higher. So all of this has raised the prospect that the Bank of England may have to raise interest rates when it meets later in the week, and it won't want to take its eye off the ball of wage increases.
Just one last point. Do we think, then, that when Rishi Sunak promised to halve inflation, that we are going to get to that point on the basis of what we're seeing right now?
Yes, because I don't think this changes fundamentally economists' forecasts for the year ahead, because some of those increases in food prices, as we said, should start to drop out off the calculations soon enough, and it should level out over the course of the year. But one thing that these figures do show is that economists' forecasts can be proven wrong. They thought inflation was going to fall to 9.8% today, and it didn't.